Hi everyone, welcome to this video about ChatGPT. You can see it's a product of OpenAI. They have different products, but in this video I will be discussing about ChatGPT. So here we have a blog that you can read about ChatGPT, and they are actually improving this model. And I was really surprised to find about ChatGPT. So unlike a chatbot powered by artificial intelligence, ChatGPT can actually give you valuable information, and this model is actually trained till 2021. So I don't know in future they can make it a commercial version, or right now it is actually beta version and it is free. So how it can help cybersecurity student, like if you want to learn ethical hacking. So I can write what is ethical hacking. So I'll just write this question and wait for ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is writing ethical hacking, also known as white hat hacking, is the practice of using the same method and tools as malicious hackers, but with the goal of identifying and addressing security vulnerabilities in a computer system or network. So it actually wrote a description about ethical hacking. So we can actually continue this conversation and start learning more about ethical hacking. Also, we can verify, because sometimes this chat artificial intelligence bot can or the model can give you some wrong information. So we should verify, but it's very interesting. So I'm just giving you a demonstration of this. I think by now most of you are aware of ChatGPT and the power of this tool or chatbot. So let's ask as a beginner ethical hacking student as a beginner ethical hacking student, what tools should I know about, or tools I should know about? Should know about. So it is going to answer some interesting information, I guess. So as a beginner in ethical hacking, there are several tools that you should be familiar with. So number one is Nmap, a network scanner. Then we should be familiar with Metasploit, a penetration testing framework, and then Wireshark, a network protocol analyzer. Then also AirCrack, a wireless network security tool that can be used to crack WPA and WPA2 encryption on wireless network. Then we should also know about Maltigo, an open source intelligence and forensics application for open source intelligence gathering information, reconnaissance and all. Like we can use Maltigo. And then John the Ripper is a password cracking tool. And Burp Suite, so if you want to assess or do penetration testing or do security research on web applications, so Burp Suite Pro as well as the Community Edition is a good tool we should know if you're learning ethical hacking. And then also about SQL Map. It's an automated SQL injection tool that can be used to identify and exploit SQL injection vulnerabilities in web application. So it says there are some of the most these are some of the most important tools. Yeah, so we can actually query if you are not aware of what is Nmap and all. Like we can use a distribution like operating system that can help us, or operating system where all these tools are already installed. So we can ask ChatGPT, can you suggest Linux distro that where I can find all these tools pre-installed. Let's see what is the answer for this question. So there are several Linux distributions that are specifically designed for ethical hacking and penetration testing and like one famous it says about Kali Linux. It's developed by OpenShift Security, so it is the most popular security or ethical hacking operating system where we can have all these tools already pre-installed, and we can use Parrot Security operating system, Black Arc, Black Box Linux, and several others it can suggest. But it suggested 4 operating system where we have all these tools pre-installed. So right now I'm using Kali Linux, so I also have this. We can actually check for the manuals, like if you are learning cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and then you can actually download this tool and then check the manuals and how you can use. So you can also ask, like if you are interested to learn about Nmap, then how you can use Nmap after you have installed maybe Kali Linux. So let's ask ChatGPT about that. How can I use Nmap and how it will be helpful in ethical hacking? So let's check this question. So Network Mapper Nmap is a security scanner that can be used to discover hosts and services on a computer network and to identify open ports and vulnerabilities. So like pretty impressive, like the answer ChatGPT is giving us is really informative, and so far I'm not getting any false positive, I mean not false positive, but I mean misleading information. So this model is really trained well, and we can also use this to learn about any topic. Like here I'm choosing ethical hacking, and if we are a beginner and want to learn about ethical hacking, so this different information we can get from ChatGPT in a very short time, of course, and it will save our time in doing research and find out all the resources available online. And yeah, this is interesting. Let me read. So it says, how can I use Nmap? The answer to my question about using Nmap by or how it can help in ethical hacking. So here are a few examples of how Nmap can be used in ethical hacking. So number 1, network discovery. Number 2, port scanning. Number 3, operating system detection. Number 4, secure service detection. Number 5, vulnerability scanning. So actually Nmap, it contains a lot of switches that you can learn. Like for example, it has given you, but you don't know how to do this. So let's pretend to be a beginner and we don't know anything about, for example, how to perform network discovery using Nmap. So let's ask this question one by one, and I can like continue this video for a long time, but I don't want to bore you, or just wanted to make it informational and a demonstration to help students learn about different skills in ethical hacking. So we can ask ChatGPT in a similar way, or you can ask better ways to get better answers. So let me ask, how can I do network discovery using Nmap? So far we knew that to learn ethical hacking, what is ethical hacking? It is also white hat hacking, is the practice of using the same methods and tools as malicious hackers, but with the goal of identifying and addressing security vulnerabilities in a computer system or network. It will help the organization find those security issues, and then the ethical hacker will suggest countermeasure, and then the organization can fix those issues before a malicious hacker hack or conduct a cyber attack and breaches its data. So this was the first answer about ethical hacking, and then ChatGPT told me about what are the tools as a beginner we should use for ethical hacking. And then said ChatGPT also mentioned about the distribution where these all the tools are pre-installed, like for example Kali Linux, Parrot Security Operating System, Black Arc. And then I ask how can I use Nmap and how it will be helpful in ethical hacking. So it says Nmap we can use to scan the network and then do different tasks in our ethical hacking methodology. For example, network discovery, port scanning, operating system detection. So we know about this theoretically, but we don't know how to do it practically. So let's further ask ChatGPT that how can I do network discovery using Nmap. So let me ask this question and then wait for the answer. So it started with some theoretical knowledge like what is network discovery, and through network discovery we can find about host name, MAC address, etc. And it also now giving us the practical, like hands-on, like how we can actually perform host discovery using Nmap. So first step is open a terminal. So I'll just follow the instruction and see whether it is working or not. And it also giving us the code, as you can see in the black box. So let this chat GPT finish its task or answer my question, and then I will just follow the steps, practical steps. So now we are learning, after learning about little about theory, now we are actually doing it practically. So we should have this Kali Linux and the tool also installed. So I already mentioned that I'm using Kali Linux at present. So let me do all these steps practically. So it says open a terminal or command prompt. So if you don't know how to open a terminal command prompt, you can actually ask ChatGPT for that. But it's like you can see in my case it's here. This is my terminal, or I can search in the search bar for TERMINAL terminal and then press enter. It will open a new terminal. So I'll now follow what ChatGPT instructed me to do. So type the command nmap sn and then target IP address subnet without the quotes and press enter. The sn option, for that actually we should know the target IP address that we are going to scan. So first I should know about my network. I will do, you can ask like how, but just I'm giving you a quick example. I'll do find out my IP address. This is my wireless network IP address that I'm going to do host discovery right now. So it's this is the LAN local area network, Wi-Fi local area network. 192.168.29.100 is the private IP address, but I will be using this as a target. But to perform host discovery, network discovery, I have to use the subnet also. That means the LAN, the entire subnet of this LAN address. So the subnet mask is 255.255.0. So we should know a little about networking also. So here 0, that means it will change from 0 to 255, and my private IP address is 192.168.29.100. So 100 is my IP, private IP of this LAN in this local area network. And I will do nmap as suggested by ChatGPT, then minus sn, then the target IP, and I will use 0 like 192.168.29.0 and then /24 to scan the entire like range of IP addresses in this local area network. Then I do let me check, yeah, without the quotes, and then press enter. Then it also explained that SN option tells Nmap to perform ping scan, which sends ICMP echo request packet. So if you don't know about any technical term like ICMP, so you can also ask ChatGPT about what is ICMP and what is ICMP echo request, etc. What is packet, what is IP address. If you are totally new about ethical hacking and if you want to learn it, and learn about all the concepts, but doing like continuing our practical, we are actually using the SN option that will ping the entire local area network, all the machines like from 0 to 255, and whatever machines are alive will get a response back, and this way Nmap will able to give us all the machines or the systems that are alive in this local area network that is connected in my local area network. So this way, this is an example. You can see ChatGPT also provided us with this example to discover all live hosts on the subnet 192.168.1.0/24, and this way we will be able to determine which hosts are alive in this local area network. So I will use the command and send it, and it is actually pinging, and then with like within a few seconds actually we got to know about in this subnet, in this local area network, we have 3 hosts is up. One is the default gateway, which is 192.168.29.1, and then we have 2 machines, like one IP, this is the IP address of the LAN. 192.168.29.100 is the IP address of this machine Kali Linux that I'm using right now. This is also shown in this, and also I have another device that is connected that I can further scan actually. So right now in my Wi-Fi network I have only 2 devices that is up. So this way I can discover different hosts that is connected in a local area network using Nmap. So this is getting interesting, I hope, for you. But I don't want to extend this video further, but here also you get the example, you can copy and paste, but the target IP address should be your network IP address. So if you're using Windows machine, that is a different command, but I'm talking about Linux, and if you install Kali Linux operating system, then you can use this command. Again, here after host discovery, let me ask how we can do port scanning using Nmap. So then again we can do operating system discovery, we can do vulnerability scanning, etc. So let me ask how can we perform port scanning using Nmap. So let me check what is the response by ChatGPT. Here we can easily see that we started getting a little bit of explanation and then the steps. So port scanning is the process of identifying open ports on a local or host or network, and then the steps are, we need to in step 1 we need to open a terminal or command prompt, then type the command nmap without quotes and press enter. Then we'll get these are the port ranges. We can do scan, which is a STLT scan, and these are we can do UDP port scan or TCP scan, and these are a few examples. You can see we can scan for port 1 to 65,535 port, like 1 to 65,000. These are all the known ports actually, or all the ports available in a network. So we can scan for all the ports, or we can just scan and perform a steal scan or other options that we can use. Again, keep in mind that some hosts may be configured to block or rate limit port scans, so the result of port scan may not be accurate, but we got a good actually way or example or the proper command to perform port scanning. So let's again open terminal, and then I will port scan on this machine 51. So I'll just do this 29.51, and I will use the command that is that I copied from ChatGPT. So this is the command. I am actually going to scan this particular target, and I'm going to find all the ports from 1 to 65,535, and using a still scan minus small s capital S or hyphen small s, capital S, and then press enter. And it says this particular scan requires actually root privilege, so I will just use this command, run this command as a one-time root user, that is sudo super user do. You can also do super user do su to log in permanently as a root user. Root user is the administrator level user. So I will type my password and then do a scan as suggested by ChatGPT. So it's like very accurate to me, and I can do many things like but for this video it was just a quick demonstration and wanted to make it interesting, and I will come up with more interesting video and discussing about ChatGPT and what ChatGPT can do in my upcoming uploads in this YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed and you like this video, you can like this video and also subscribe to my channel so that you will get some interesting videos related to. So right now I did the scan, you can see from port 1 to port 65,535 port, and all the ports are closed except, you can see all the ports are closed except these are the ports that are open with the respective service. So that is how we can use nmap in ethical hacking and find out if there is an issue or if some unnecessary port that can be a security weak point for the organization is open and we need to close that port. Then we should close the port. Otherwise, we can also find the version that these services are running. Like common services are FTP, SSH, and sometimes Telnet and HTTP services. And if the services are using some vulnerable version, we should also check that and do different techniques. That if you go through a proper ethical hacking course, you will learn all that actually. But this video is more into focusing into ChatGPT and how we can learn ethical hacking as a beginner with no knowledge using ChatGPT. So I hope you like this video. It was a quick demonstration on so let me know in the comments like if you were able to find other like information like how you can run Metasploit, Wireshark, and Aircrack, Meltigo, Dawn the Ripper. And then after knowing about the theory, ChatGPT, I guess I hope it will also give you the commands that you can use in your Linux distribution that you will be using. Maybe you are interested in Parrot security operating system, or if you're like the Kali Linux is also most of the security researchers favorite, so you can use that as well. So thanks for watching this video, and I will come up with more ChatGPT video if you want. Also let me know in the comment. So thanks for watching.